Hello gamers and welcome to Let's Try Pathfinder Kingmaker. It's an RPG by Owlcat Games, Kickstarter funded, and it's released on the consoles as well. This is the Xbox version, and basically it comes with all the DLC. So you get everything in one package. And what I want to do now is just give it a go and see how it's actually, working on the console, mainly with regards to reading. There's lots of text. I think you build up like your own kingdom. I've got the game for PC, but haven't played it yet. Constraints. So we can adjust the brightness. It's a 65-inch 4K TV, and I'm about, I don't know, 3 meters away. Well, my head is maybe 2.5, 3 meters away from the telly. Let's check the settings. It's basically brightness, shake effects. Review this game in this video. It's just, give it a go. Constantly voice response, yeah, unless it gets annoying. Controls, I guess that will be explained. Language English. Bloodstains. Autosave. I already like the music. It's finally time to play the game for me. Keep moving after combat start. No. Pause on combat start. Yeah, that's good. There's lots of auto pausing I can activate, which might be helpful. But let's just give it a go with the standard settings. So we've got several options. We've got the main story. Explore the stolen lands, a wild territory that has been contested for centuries. Hundreds of kingdoms have risen and fallen in these lands, and now it is time for you to make your mark by building your own kingdom. Now, that's the interesting thing. There used to be lots of bugs at the beginning of the game, like it's been released about maybe 2 years ago, one and a half, 2 years ago. So there were some game-breaking bugs, but most, if not all of them, have been fixed for the PC version, and I expect the same for the console version. But you can still lose your kingdom if you don't pay attention. But that's part of the gameplay. To succeed in this, you'll need to survive the harsh wilderness and the menace of rival nations, as well as perils from within your own court. Everything is very readable from the TV, from the couch. So, Vanal's Lot. While celebrating your victory at Jamandi at Aldori's mansion, you met another hero of the Stolen Lands, the mercenary captain Mega Van. While you built your barony in the Shrike Hills and the Nal Marshes, Van and his people established their own nation of Varnhold on the plains of Dunsword. What challenges do they face? Play the story, and the main campaign will reflect the consequences of the choices you make. Play this? Okay, that's interesting. So I think this is a DLC scenario, but if we play this, it'll actually reflect in the main story, not the other way around. Interesting. Meet with the self-protector of Golarion and discover what secrets lie buried beneath the stolen lands. In a shifting labyrinth of madness where nothing is what it seems, complete with new enemies to battle and new treasures to unearth. Defend the lands against one of the most dangerous enemies the world has ever faced. You may begin your descent into the roguelike tenebrous depths with a new character, or await an invitation from a mysterious protector of Golarion as you play through the main story. This dungeon is one of the hardest challenges your party can encounter in the game. Be careful. I just wonder, it might be sensible to play that first so that the choices are reflected in the main story, but let's just go for the main story first. Okay, lots of difficulty settings, and we can also customize it. So normal, the damage of enemies and traps is reduced by 20%. That's not something I do want. Enemies inflict reduced damage on critical hits. Your character will not die after suffering a deadly injury. I'll not activate it, because otherwise my campaign will end for the first time. Instead, they'll be afflicted by the death's door condition. That's better. If a character with this condition suffers a deadly injury, they will then die. Resting in a comfortable and safe place such as Oleg's trading post removes the death's door condition. Your character can still die from an instant death effect, energy drain, poison, or other similar condition. Great. If your main character dies, the game is over. Okay, so it's basically like a roguelike or a roguelite, I don't know. Companions can be resurrected. I'll go for normal with regards to the critical hits. Death store. With this option enabled, your character and companions will not die. Okay, so usually they would die. Dead companions rise after combat. Neither your character nor your companions will ever die from any damage or effect. Let's leave that off. Remove negative effects on rest. Let's leave that deactivated as well. Auto level up off. Enemy stat adjustment. Let's go for normal enemies. Damage to party 1.0. Enemy difficulty normal. The party speed depends on what you're carrying. Yeah, let's activate that. Character retrain, I do want that. Kingdom management normal. Hard. Oh, easy. Effortless now. Let's go for normal. Invincible kingdom. When this option is on, your kingdom can't be destroyed by unrest events. No. We don't want to be invincible. Only active companions receive experience off, because otherwise you're always stuck with the same group. Only skill, and we can justify it by having them, you know, train at home or something. Only skill user receives skill check experience off. Well, I think it makes sense if only the person who rolls the skill gets experience. I actually like that. It might also help that not everyone has to level up at the same time. I don't know the pen and paper system this game is based on. Only one save slot is available. Yes, we want that. Immersive mode. The mode disables almost all interface hints. No, I do need that. I don't know the game yet. Party information in combat. Text instead of bar. No, it's okay with that. Okay, dialogue settings. Here we go. Let's start A. Select the character. So we could choose Hedwig, a fighter, a paladin. We could go for this elvish ranger. There's a sorcerer and a cleric. We will go for our own guy. Create your own guy. Okay, let's go for portrait. We're going for a male fighter. Okay, which image could we take? He looks pretty cool. Ah, no. Maybe him? He looks like a proper... I like the art style. He looks tough. I think I'll go for him. Okay, our race could be... There are 9 races. Human, elf, dwarf, gnome, halfling, half-elf, half-orc, Azima, tiefling, and human. So human gets +2 to 1 ability score. At creation, the character gets a +2 bonus to an ability of their choice. And they have feat. A feat is a character has mastered. Feats often allow characters to circumvent rules or restrictions. And they are skilled. They have an additional skill rank at first level. So it makes the start a bit easier. Obviously, elven magic is pretty cool. Half-elf, elven immunities, that's all sick, I think. He looks pretty cool. Let's go for human and male. This would be female. Our class could be alchemist, but you know, the looks change quite a bit. We could go for bard, cleric, druid, fighter, inquisitor, kineticist, magus, monk, paladin, ranger, rogue, slayer. Skilled at tracking down targets, slayers are consummate hunters, living for the chase and the deadly stroke that brings it to a close. Slayers spend most of their time honing their weapon skills, studying the habits and anatomy of foes, and practicing combat maneuvers. So they've got a saving throws +2, base attack bonus. Tiny numbers like a 1, 2, 3, 4, but it's readable. Can't cast spells, slayer proficiencies, studied target class skills, mobility, perception, athletics, persuasion, knowledge, stealth, and lore. Sorcerer, no. Wizard, no. So I think, Barbarian could be interesting. Excel in combat, possessing the martial prowess and fortitude to take on foes seemingly far superior. So they get movement, rage, and barbarian proficiencies. Athletics, mobility, law, nature, perception, persuasion. And then we've got the fighter, bonus combat feat, fighter proficiencies, athletics, knowledge, law, nature, persuasion. I think I'll go for the Slayer, I think it was called. I think that's a pretty sick start. Mobility, perception, athletics, that's all very useful. Persuasion, you know, for conversations. Knowledge of the world and lore of the nature. Some stealth. I think that's pretty good. Archetype. Oh, we can actually go for another archetype. What would... I have no idea. Can you see what's changing? I can't. The saving throws aren't changing. Slayer study target deity selection. That's changing. Slayer proficiencies. Studied target. The class stuff doesn't change. Study target, or we could go for... It's basically the same, isn't it? Vanguards are battlefield commanders who focus on the brutality of combat and lead their allies to bloody victory. Quick to react to danger, a Vanguard is a valuable scout, capable officer and skilled tactician. And he's tracking them down here on his own. And then Deliver, also known as a divine assassin. No, I don't want to play an assassin. Generations of warriors hold the line against impossible odds. Some of their ancient techniques persist to this day. I think I'll go for Vanguard, simply because you know, we are going to be like a commander of a kingdom. Body type, we're going for slim. We are going to be right-handed. We can choose our face. Can I zoom in actually? I think I can't. Is there a guy with a beard? Let's just go for him. Color 1, hairstyle. Well, we can't really see the hairstyle, but we definitely need a beard. It's just for testing purposes anyway. Yeah, that beard. And color. Yeah, that's okay. Color should be something different. Is there something like red? Yeah, this one. Secondary color should be something like gold, I think, or green. Looks nice. Lots of customization options. And then we can hit the gameplay. I think I'll go for green. Well, that looks a bit odd. Let's go for green here. And red here. Okay, now we can distribute our abilities. So we are going for strength, physical power, constitution, health and stamina is important. We need to be wise, I think. Law, nature, law, religion. We get a +1 at certain points. Now it's a +2. So it's presumably sensible to always have, you know, steps of 2. Career suasion, we need to have 12 for sure. Our racial bonus is going to be strength. Intelligence needed for knowledge of the world. I want some bonus there as well. Then let's give us some more dexterity. Because we are fighter after all. Skill points gained for each level is affected by the intelligence, so we need that a bit more as well. Wisdom. It's against charm. It's not that important, I think. Constitution. Yeah, it's like an all-round character with an extra 2, let's say, strength, I think. With 1 point left, I think. Don't we? Okay, it can only go here or here. Let's be a bit more charismatic then. I think. Now our skills, we've got athletics, leaping, scaling walls and swimming, that's kind of important. Mobility, balance and coordination including aerial maneuvers, gymnastics and tumbling. This is a very deep system. And we've got stealth. Yeah, we've got the stealthy character. Knowledge of the world. That's important. Systems that make civilization run. We need to know. Let's go for persuasion as well. Negotiation, intimidation. And look, where we've got a star, we get more points. Perception. It's good. Yeah, and the one we didn't go for now is mobility. But maybe I'd rather go for mobility than stealth. Move near opponents without provoking attacks of opportunity. Here we go. Max rank value is 1 at the moment at least. Now our feat is going to be what? Let's go back. It could be +1 on attack on damage ranged weapons. We could go for weapon focus. I'm going for weapon focus and we're going for a sword. Because we are like going to be like a king or something. Long sword, there we go. And we have another feat. Point blank shot, you get +1 on attack on damage roll with ranged weapons. Alertness, +2 on perception skill checks. Armor focus, heavy armor, blind fight. Combat reflexes, you make a number of additional attacks of opportunity per round equal to your dexterity bonus. Our dexterity ain't that great. Combat expertise. Coordinated defense. Your skill with your favorite weapon can frighten enemies, that's nice. While wielding the weapon in which you have weapon focus, you can perform a bewildering show of prowess as a full round action. Make a persuasion, intimidate check to demoralize all foes. I think that's pretty funny. Our alignment is going to be neutral good, right? I think. It doesn't really give us information about it. Now let's be neutral good. Can I please be neutral good? There we go.
Their life ends here.
Burn! Slice!
Defeat. Let us be off. We cannot be defeated.
Enemy near.
My wounds pile on.
Time's not waiting.
Does anyone require?
That's what you get.
Follow if you do.
Let's go for brave.
This is my path.
And now we need a name. To be Angus. Angus. Mac. How do I actually spell him? M-A-C or... I'm not quite sure. Going to be called Angus Mac 5. I think it's MC. Angus Mc5. Okay, MC5. MC5. And obviously you know where that name is coming from, right? Birth date.
Adventures await.
Let's go back because we want to change. Oh no, we changed the birth date actually. I want to change to it's August 20th today. So let's use that.
Let us be off.
That's our guy. Special abilities fighting defensively. I don't want that. Light and medium armor, so I think we'll go for medium armor. That's complete. A battle round lasts for 6 seconds. There are different types of actions that your character can perform in a round. Most of them, like standard actions and move actions, take about 3 seconds. While swift actions and free actions don't take any time at all. Yeah, it's readable. Tiny little bit tiny, I think. But I think it's still good. Saving, that's good.
Our story started at the mansion of an Aldori sword lord. Drawn by the promise of a most dangerous task and a commensurately huge reward, heroes of all stripes gathered here.
Road to... I've never played a game like this on the console.
Where are they? This is taking forever. They didn't even say what this was for, just that the Aldori were looking for heroes. Who are the Aldori anyway? Rich folk?
If you can't be patient, no one's keeping you here. Just go back to your mountains or whatever hole you crawled out of. The Aldori Sword Lords run the premier school for the dueling arts. They're also the richest and most influential group in this part of Brevoy. Take that tone with them, and they'll teach you some manners pretty quickly.
Now this is a very decent size for the text. I don't expect it to be that large or half the screen on PC.
All right, you purple toad, just shut your trap. And if you can't, I'll help you.
Hush! Quiet! They're coming.
Is that going to be my initial party? Graphics wise it's very presentable and atmospheric, but I think the detail as good as in Pillars of Eternity, the movement, I think.
This is Lord Mayor Joseph Salimius
But
of
still
Restov.
very good.
Welcome to my mansion.
Okay, that's her lord, so
Thank you
she's
from the bottom of our hearts for responding to our call. You may be few, but that's unavoidable. We need only the best of the best for this task. And I see true heroes before me, strong and fearless, exactly what Restov needs.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. Now, to the point.
Who does Lord Mayor?
South
He
of
doesn't
here,
have his own
just
image.
beyond Brevoy's border lies a region known as the Stolen Lands. This is disputed territory, and while it's long been claimed by nearby states, it's never been truly taken. I won't bore you with the legal technicalities. Suffice to say that anyone with enough courage and power to seize the Stolen Lands and name themselves Baron or Baroness, claiming dominion, well, none of the neighboring states would be able to challenge it. Of course, Restov would be first to recognize the legitimacy of this new state, as well as the noble title of its founder.
Interesting.
Unfortunately, one serious obstacle stands between you and this title. A gang of bandits holds sway in the Stolen Lands. Their chief, who they call the Stag Lord, considers himself the rightful owner of these lands, and no one has yet been able to challenge his power. Bring me his head, and you'll be able to return to the Stolen Lands as their legal ruler. Any questions?
That's good. Now, there's a whole team of us. Who exactly will receive the Baron's title? Why not just recognize this Stag Lord as Baron? You are helping us found the barony. What do you gain from such generosity? Well, I guess she'll gain the tithe. What rewards can we expect exactly? It's clear as day.
And what reward would you seek beyond a noble title and your own lands?
We'll absorb the costs of preparing and equipping your expeditions. Once you return victorious, Restov will also allocate you a significant sum to provide financial support for you to establish your country. Essentially, we'll help you build your capital. I hope such a reward is satisfactory.
It's very satisfactory.
Words, words, words. Significant, financial. I can't fill my belly with pretty words.
Yeah, and she hasn't filled her belly for quite some time by looking at the image.
Of course. There will also be an official banquet held in your honor. All of Rostov's high society will gather to celebrate your feat.
Now you're talking.
Okay, there's a whole team of us. Who
I
will
of
receive the
course.
title?
I'm the leader of this team after all. Don't worry though, I'll make it worth your while to help me.
We haven't yet begun, and you already speak of divvying rewards. What makes you think we'll even succeed? There's little point arguing over who gains the title when we'll most likely lose our lives there.
What a very wise man he is.
If I may please answer the question.
Yeah, she may. She takes a long pause.
We believe you're all equally deserving of a noble title. Over the course of your expedition, it will be up to you as a team to decide which of you is best suited to rule.
Okay, let's go.
Excellent. You venture forth tomorrow. For now, you can take some time to get to know one another better. Or you can head straight to your guest rooms to get some rest. You'll find we've already prepared supplies for you there. And thank you again for agreeing to take part in this expedition. I wish you luck.
Thank you again, with all my heart, for replying to this call. The flare in your eyes reveals your courage, the unshakable will that distinguishes true heroes. I look at you, O champions of Restov, and doubt not for a second that you'll be victorious.
I can imagine
So
sitting
venture
very
forth toward your
comfortably on the
feat.
couch
Go
and maybe having a
return
snack
in
while
triumph.
they talk. Drink some tea.
Hi, my name's Lindsay. I'm a bard, though this is my first real adventure. So, shall we go teach this stag lord a lesson?
I'm Angus McFive. Pleased to meet you.
Likewise. Actually, I also wanted to ask you something. How do you feel about this Tartuccio fellow? I think he's pretty obnoxious personally. He appointed himself head of the team, and he's just after the Baron's crown, or whatever it is barons wear. Doesn't matter. I don't like him. I think you should be team leader. When I first saw you, I couldn't help but think, now here's a real hero. Someone who'll be praised in poems and songs. This is the person I'll write my book about.
Wait, a book?
I should have led with that. Please, just let me explain. You know what the trouble with most heroes' biographies is? They're always written years later, based on the tales of, best case, people who saw things from the outside. Worst case, someone heard about it from their brother, who heard it from their friend, who heard it from their cousin, and so on, adding a new batch of lies each time. Every time I read about a heroic journey, I think to myself, why didn't they just bring a bard with them to write it all down properly? And then I thought, I could be that bard. I just needed to find a suitable hero and volunteer to follow along on their glorious adventure. A great plan, huh? And here we are, with a heroic journey lying before us. Who's going to be the hero? Some dwarf who keeps muttering about how we'll all die? Or maybe that horrific scythe lady? Or, God's forbid, Tartuccio? No way.
Not a bad plan. It's settled then. I'll accomplish the feats and you'll write them
Deal.
down.
All right. I'm going to my room to write about tonight. See?
The first step on the road to glory. It's like in a FIFA 20 Let's Play.
It is done.
Okay, I move directly. I like that. A large map of Brevois. This is also very readable. Get some rest. With RB and LB I can click through these guys.
No
An
stopping
adventurer, Tartuccio, Miri, let's talk to her. I think we can't. Oh, I like this direct movement. I really do. It feels a bit like Diablo.
Onwards.
Which is which I prefer. Diablo 3. It's not a very good game in my opinion. It's too easy until you've played through it. So my first run, it was so boring I didn't even start another one on the highest difficulty available. You know, but moving around with the left analog stick is very pleasing. It's a noticeable loading time, but not too bad.
Help! Help!
Okay, Lindsay bursts into your room. She looks scared. Her face is smeared with soot. And she holds a weapon in her hands. What's going on?
The mansion's under attack. We need to help. Some villains broke in and started killing everyone. I barely made it. Hurry, we have to help the guards fight off the attackers or we'll all be cut down one by one.
As if to lend credence to Lindsay's words, a scream echoes from the hallway. You're not going anywhere. Very readable. General. The game combat can happen in real-time or turn-based modes. In real-time mode, you can pause the game at any time to assess the situation and give orders to your companions. To pause or unpause the game, press X. To attack an opponent, choose them with your cursor and press A, or use LBRB to switch between turn-based and real-time modes. Or use R to switch. Choose them with your cursor and press A, or use LBRB. To switch between turn-based and real-time modes, use press the right analog stick. Dice rolls. Most of the game's mechanics are based on the Pathfinder's role-playing game system and use dice rolls to determine the results of actions. The most common dice has 20 sides, referred to as D20, and is used for both checks and attacks. Initiative. When a battle starts, each combat participant makes an initiative check. The higher the character's initiative, the earlier they can act. Initiative scores can be viewed in the combat log. Combat is divided into rounds, each of which lasts for 6 seconds. Okay, can I scroll? Okay, next. Attack roll. An attack is a character's attempt to strike an opponent. The result of an attack roll depends on many factors: wielded weapons, the combatant's ability, etc. An attack succeeds if the result of an attack roll equals or exceeds the target's armor class. Damage. The amount of damage dealt in the case of a successful attack depends on the weapon stats and other factors, such as buff spells. Attack roll results and damage numbers can be found in the combat log. Armor class. The higher the character's armor class, the more difficult it is to successfully attack them. It combines many factors such as equipment stats, dexterity bonus, passive abilities, etc. So now, what can we do here? We have charge. We have if I press RT, we're now in the turn-based mode. In turn-based combat, just act in turns. The order of turns is determined by the initiative check and depends on the character's corresponding abilities. Initiative queue. You can delay your character's turn until a more convenient moment. To do this, use the left digipad to open the queue settings. Select the character whose turn you want to delay and press X. Such actions in the initiative queue are irreversible and the new initiative score is saved for the character until the end of combat. During their turn, a character can take a single standard action, a single move action, a single swift action, and an unlimited number of free actions. By default, the system chooses an optimum combination of action types to perform your command. You can change this combination using X. Surprise round. You initiate combat with an opponent who is unaware of your presence. Your party gets an advantage of a surprise round. Move action. As a move action, a character can move the distance allowed by their speed or drink a potion. A move action can also be used to change the character's active weapon set. Standard action. A standard action is used for most combat activities, such as attacks, activation of magical items or spellcasting. Full round action. This is a long action which consumes both a standard and a move action. Double distance. 5-foot step. A character can move 5 feet without triggering the enemy's attack of opportunity. A character cannot both take a 5-feet step and make a regular movement. Free and swift actions. You can hold LT to ignore enemies and other objects under the cursor to precisely select the preferred position to move a character. That's also pretty cool. Oh, let's go back to real-time mode for now. Let's inspect the assassin. Okay, not inspected. What can I do here? Study target, dazzling display. Okay, your skill with a okay, we can frighten them. But do we actually carry our favorite weapon? Show cursor. Menu. Equipment. Nice. Here we actually have a bow. And a longsword. And a flail. Nice. Oh no, can you please use... your longsword? Equip? Now I can just change it there. So let's go for dazzling display if we can. Let's unpause. What's he doing? Miss. Okay. Okay, there was a bow shot. I don't want to use the bow. The first step on the road to glory. Follow Lizzie. Okay, we can actually pick up a chain shirt. And a dagger. Collect all with X. I do want to equip my... How do I... Appearances? What can we do here? We can still change the colors, that's good. But can we change our haircut and go for black hair and a bit different? I don't know. Set. Okay, here we go.
I'll make my own legend. No stopping now.
Now this walking around is really good. The journal. I couldn't really read it. Look, they're running. Get them. And what shall I do with this one? We'll finish them later. And let's actually use dazzling display if we can. No, we can't. Let's first move. And let's now use dazzling display. Miss. Okay. That wasn't good.
Strike with all your might. We won't falter.
Yes, the seconds are shown. It's very readable. You know, who here is not so cool.
Just in time. A bit longer and I'd have been... Whew, I don't even want to think about it. Can you imagine what a terrible loss this would have been? But it's all right now. I'm safe, sound and unscathed, ready to lead you to victory. Lady Jamandi's holding the line in the banquet hall. You know, the one where she had us gathered before. We need to make our way to her. And along the way, we'll try to save some of these dummies who are supposed to accompany us to the stolen lands. Speaking of dummies, take this ring. Quiet now, so that little fool doesn't hear us. She might try to steal it herself. It's magical. It'll protect you. You'll need it while you work to defend me.
Yeah, I rather think it's kind of an magic ring or something. But let's take a look at it. This is our equipment.
Adventures await.
Inventory. A fancy golden insignia ring. The ring grants a +1 bonus to armor class. That's actually not bad. Oh, did I now equip it? I think I did. Oh, now I made a mistake. Okay, I can go through this. But can I go through this directly? No, I can't. I need to go back to here. And here's actually the ring now. Can I see my armor class? Yes, it's 17. Alright.
I tire of waiting.
Let's loot the other assassin.
I stand ready.
Okay, both have been looted.
I'm trusting you here.
You need to get around. There are several companions in your party. To select a single character, hold LT and choose the one you need with L. To separate one or more characters from the party, press Y.
We should move.
Let's take her.
Anything is possible.
Now we can walk around with her.
This is my path.
I'm not going to separate them, just coppering and...
I'll make my own legend.
Yeah, let's steal some... I'll make my own legend.
They dare to attack me?
Let's show... And what's this? Fighting defensively. Let's not do that. Let's fight. Advanced command spells. Lindsay and Tatuccio are capable of casting spells. To use a spell, press A on its icon in the action panel and press A on its icon in the action panel Y, and then on a target, your companion or an enemy depending on the desired effect. For clerics, druids, magi, paladins, rangers and wizards, spells are prepared in advance and expended when cast. The characters must then rest before casting it again. Bards, inquisitors and sorcerers can use their spells several times per day, but their spell repertoire is limited. Spells have various characteristics such as range, duration and so on. To review all spells, enter the spellbook. When a character acquires a new spell or ability, it automatically appears. Abilities. Most characters have usable abilities which may be limited to a certain number of charges. Attack of opportunity. Some actions performed close to an armed opponent can provoke an additional attack upon your character. Casting spells. Attempts to move away. Okay, that's good to know. So, this is now... Okay, I've been sneak attacked apparently. Attack him.
We can do it.
Okay, I am currently not... Okay, wait, I'm about to die. I should actually pause. Okay. Now then. We need to change to Tin's. What can she do? Inspire courage, daze, cure light wounds. That's what she's going to do. On us. And then what can Tatuccio do? Burning hands. Acid splash. Ray of Frost. Yeah, let's cast Ray of Frost on him. And with Angers, we're going to attack this guy. I like the arrows. Nice. He's automatically attacking him now. She's supposed to cure my wounds, and she does.
We won't falter.
Right, health and death. She has a certain number of hit points. can drop into the negative. It can survive some negative hit points, but if the amount becomes equal to their constitution score, the character dies. To restore lost hit points, you can use healing spells, potions, or rest. Back. Healing spells for bards, druids, clerics, inquisitors, paladins, and rangers. To use expendable items such as scrolls, potions, and rods, open a character's inventory and place them in the quick slots in their belt.
This works for me.
Okay, we are getting quite some loot.
Adventures await.
What about the other guy? Only the... Okay, that's it.
I tire of waiting.
A useful household item.
I stand ready.
I know what to do.
Yeah, I think there's time for some looting. They won't need the goods anyway. Hide armor, nice.
Greater satisfaction than overcoming a challenge.
So they walked
That
out.
is, of course, until one day the challenge overcomes you. This is my path.
Lots of dead people. A cooking almanac.
Adventures await. We should move.
Yeah, it's working surprisingly well. I thought it would work somehow, but I'm very pleasantly surprised. Nevertheless.
It's the end for you rats!
Okay, that's the cool barbarian. I like her.
We will be victorious.
Go for them. And I like that the others work automatically.
Letting you out of our story.
Oh, it's you. Stay up from under my feet or I'll strike you down. Blood for Gorum!
Okay.
Barbarians.
I think that's exactly how heroes should be.
What? Stupid, sweaty, and always looking for something to gobble up or lop the head off of? Calistria, save me from such evil.
Alright, let's collect the stuff.
I'm you here.
There they are, the assassins. This is your last chance. Drop your weapons and we'll spare your lives. So generous, I'm afraid. I can't offer you the same courtesy. Hey, you ugly mug, get them. Holy shit. Uh-oh. Oh, it's not sounding good. Can I my weapon here? No.
I'll make my own legend.
Here we go.
This is my path. Adventures await.
Now with that huge guy. Okay, now something bad is going
I
on.
tire of waiting.
Okay, the game paused. Okay, I thought it's
I
ready. Kind of frozen.
Me.
The passage is blocked. We could interact with this.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
We can do it.
Yeah, of course we can. We've checked successfully. The others now didn't get experience points, but I think that's more realistic. Come on, okay, we need to do some close range combat.
No stopping now.
I like that I don't have to micromanage the
We
others.
should move.
First step on the road. Break the door of
Applause,
armory and find
please.
some weapons. Would that be the armory? It would.
This is
Masterwork
my path.
light mace, nice.
Don't push me.
Tower
I'll make my
shield,
own legend. I
breastplate,
tire of
medium
waiting.
armor,
Adventures
a
away.
heavy armor,
I
a
stand
watchkeeper's key.
ready.
What have we here? This chest is full of gold. I guess it's for the guards' salaries, all things considered. Well, those freeloaders don't seem to have been working too hard for it. Maybe we should pocket it instead.
What? No, we're heroes, not thieves.
Who said we were stealing it? We'll just take the gold for safety so the assassins don't get it. And then we can heroically return it to Jamandi when this is all over.
No. Yeah, we can actually really turn it over.
Take a look.
Are you out of your minds? We're in the middle of a battle. Blood flowing in rivers as an army of assassins chases us. And you want us to rob our host? A noble feat, to be sure.
This is my path.
Yeah, we needed to take an encumbrance.
This works.
Maybe I should not have activated it. Now, Lindsay, can you maybe...
What troubles you? I wrote
How
it
can
when
I-
saw it. Just letting the...
Can I cast a spell right now? Yes, I can. Cure light wounds, your own.
Yes.
We should move.
I actually think we can use the coin.
Familiar faces. I hope you're not so frightened as to swing at every shadow. It's me, Jathal. I don't recommend advancing down the hallway, assuming you value your life, of course. There were a few people with me, and you can see what happened to them.
And just how did they all end up dead while you don't seem to have a scratch?
I'll answer but briefly and just once. Further scares and explanations will wait until we aren't being hunted by a group of assassins. Deal? All right. I'm undead. These traps are deadly to the living, but they're harmless to me.
What do
pretty
you mean,
cool.
undead? Really? Like zombies or skeletons or...
As I said, further explanations will wait until later. All
Interesting.
you need to know right now is that we're on the same side, and we have to fight off a small army of hired assassins. Let's get...
March on.
Okay, you will encounter many traps on your adventures. When any of your characters approach a trap, they will automatically make a perception skill check. On success, you will see the trap's location and the game will automatically pause. Trickery skill check to disable it.
It is done.
Okay, we need to take a look
Share your will.
at their character stats actually. She is neutral evil. Can I go through her stuff somehow? Athletics, knowledge, lore, perception plus 10. That's obviously great. Now what I'd like to do is go through the characters directly, but that's not possible. Now what about Tatucci? Okay, I can do it like this. That's good. Good enough at least.
I don't tolerate fools.
Nice. Very nice.
Lindsay
It's
was
actually
called
working.
for.
Speak.
So you can check for traps.
How curious.
Let's unpause. Let's go and check this room out.
You have my attention. I will grant your request.
Oh no, the
What a
trap was triggered.
surprise.
Can they be careful or not? I don't think they can. Now that would be annoying. Yeah,
I see something.
that really sucks. So what we need to do is hold position, hold position, hold position.
Deserve better.
Okay, who am I? I'm the guy currently. You're supposed to hold no, no, no. You're supposed to hold position.
Oh,
And I'm taking her.
All according to plan.
Ah, I see. Now she
Applause,
apparently has the
please.
better trickery spell. Okay, now everyone can follow suit. How can I... Okay, B
I'll
again.
make my own
And
legend.
they will follow again.
I tire of waiting.
Scrolls, yeah, I don't want to use any scrolls now.
Charge!
Okay, we are coming.
Strike with all your might. I won't give
Oh,
up.
she's got like a... like this tool for fields. About to die. Find and open a cache in Sword Lord Minority Mansion. Secret room. Okay, she can't counter, but we do have... Oh damn it, go for him.
Adventures await.
Equipment, inventory. There should be a healing. Actions. Use.
We should move. I'll make my
And
own
I'm going
legend.
to use it again. Let's go for this one. We can equip these.
This is my path. I stand ready.
I will indulge you.
Okay, nice.
Adventures await. I tire of waiting.
I know what to do.
Okay, interesting. I think that's a riddle of some sort.
I'm trusting you here.
But it's always the same movement, right?
I'm by your side.
I have no idea how to do that.
What troubles you? This way. Anything is possible.
I have no idea. But let's not bother with it right now. Let's continue.
We should move.
Like he says, we should move.
This works for me.
Oh, interesting.
No stopping now.
Okay, that's not good enough, unfortunately. I thought maybe when they have it all up.
Don't push me.
Or did I need to have it down?
Follow me.
It's changing in the other room as well.
Onwards.
I think this riddle is not made for me. Yeah, let's go.
Urgathoa guides me.
And then our leader charged forwards. Hey, wait for me!
We won't falter!
Here we go.
Forwards!
That is possible.
Ah! Everything is so much fun with a little fire.
Nice.
What a night, huh? I thought I was all alone. It's good you're here. A bit boring, chasing fool assassins without anyone watching the show.
It's not fun at all. Many people have died for nothing.
Oh, you sound like a Kalashid. Am I right?
Of course. I'm from Kadira. But tales of hot deserts and shady oases can wait until the fighting's finished. But if you'd like to share a dinner and pleasant conversation, just say the word. I like making new friends.
I don't think we've met.
I am Kayesi, one of the many here who seek a better fate, answering the call of Lady Jamandi. But unlike the others, I never dropped my... I don't know where
Let's
you're
go.
heading, but I'll be at the entrance to the main hall. I think I saw some guards there.
No stopping now. This is my path. I stand
to
ready.
Help the
Grotus,
wounded dwarf.
I can sense your silhouette hovering over me. It won't be much longer. Soon we shall meet, O Lord of Oblivion.
Let's say that.
That's
Let's be
impossible.
kind.
Oh, it seems I will live. I suppose I must postpone meeting my god, not for long, I'm sure. But while we remain in this transient world, Aaron is at your service.
Very nicely
I
done
will
with
grant
the
your request.
text size and everything. Clerics and druids can convert their spells spontaneously. A cleric of a good alignment doesn't need to prepare healing spells. They can spend almost any prepared spell, and so on. Okay, what's in here?
Check that out.
Each
Oh.
step brings us closer to the end.
Oh,
I'll make my own legend.
And so they walk.
securely locked, unfortunately. I like how the bard is sometimes commenting as if she was writing. That's pretty nice. So combat log. Formation is half of any victory. The formation system will help you hold the line in combat. That's cool.
I tire of waiting.
Where is it? Is it this one? No.
There is no greater satisfaction than overcoming a
Oh,
challenge.
then where's the
That is, of course, until one day the challenge
highlight
will come to you.
objects? For me, go. We'll go for this one.
All according to plan.
You, run and get an axe. You, bring more water. You, stay here and hold our defense. Those assassins are still around here somewhere.
Okay.
Aha! Some of our guests survived. Good. You need to get to the banquet hall and help Lady Jamandi.
Fire doesn't frighten me, thanks to hell's blood running in my veins. I'll go ahead and wait for you on the other side. Catch up!
Okay.
May Abadar
Not bad.
keep you safe.
God of walls and ditches.
Grotus,
Go through the
follows
fire.
my steps.
illustrated book episodes. Some game events play out as illustrated book episodes. I like that. The decisions you make during these episodes can have drastic impact on the development of the game's plot. As with dialogues, you will often need to make various skill checks during these episodes. And as your adventure started earlier and much more tragic than we'd expected, the whole team who'd gathered in the hall yesterday had been reduced to but a handful of brave souls led by Angus MacFive, and not at all by that scoundrel Tartuccio, no matter what he might have imagined of himself. I like my chronology, my author, my writer already. Jamandi Aldori was waiting for us, but to get to her we'd have to march through fire, literally. As we approached the burning building, we drenched ourselves with buckets of water. Prudence is the key to victory. Before moving through the fire, we thoroughly wet our clothes and hair. After that, we covered our noses and mouths before we rushed inside. It was a good thing we hadn't wasted any time. After entering the building and taking just a few steps forward, the wall behind us slanted and crashed down with a terrible crackling sound, blocking the way back. While we may not have planned on going back if we'd come in a little later, for example because we had been looking for another passage, the flaming logs and red hot bricks would have fallen right in our hands, on our heads. Regardless, we were left with only one way to go. Continue. The hot air burned our lungs and our eyes watered from the smoke, but Angus MacFive led us stubbornly through the flames, while Tartuccio did nothing useful at all. We'd made it to the hallway leading to the banquet hall when we heard someone calling for us. It was Valerie, one of the guards I'd chatted with a bit in the banquet hall. Even then, in that calm setting, I'd been stunned by her beauty. But now, amid the smoke and flame, she looked like a celestial avenger. An armored deity, menacing but beautiful and merciful, descending from the higher spheres to help us poor mortals. She held a burnt, barely living guard in her arms. "There are 2 more, she shouted as she passed by us. "They are wounded, help me pull them out." Tartuccio grumbled something about how Jamandi was waiting for us. Meanwhile, Angus MacFive, we've got 9 athletics. Yeah, let's save the guards. Succeeded. Saving the poor fellows didn't take long. Together we lifted them up and carried them away from the fire. Only then did Valerie pause to catch her breath and wipe the sweat from her face. "Thank you. That was truly noble of you," she said. "And now let us rush to Lady Aldori's aid." Ensuring the guards we'd rescued were relatively safe, we made our way to the hall where the battle was already in full swing. Nice. I like that. This was basically that room. Conditions. One of your characters is fatigued. This is just one of the negative conditions that can affect them. A symbol will appear next to their portrait. Who is fatigued? I actually don't see it.
This is my path.
Uncollected loot. When you leave a location, you can review uncollected loot from defeated enemies and decide if you want to take it or leave it behind. Hidden stashes have to be collected manually. Okay, so let's leave and collect the loot.
I stand ready.
Your characters cannot sleep in medium or heavy armor. That makes attacks on your camp extra dangerous. Nice. Interesting detail. Reinforcements are already on the way. Say your prayers, scum. Help Jamandi find the assassins or help.
Epic pose? I need inspiration.
Yeah, let's attack them right away.
Do it.
Are there any cool spells they can cast? Maybe Tartuccio? A Ray of Frost, for example. At the Rift Channeler. And then maybe... yeah, maybe Lindsay has a trick up her sleeve. Inspire Courage on us. Okay, let's go. Everyone is looking healthy. It's lagging a little bit. This is the Xbox One X, but I have a feeling it's a bit laggy. Goes for the Rift Channeler. Oh damn it, he's still alive. I thought he's done for. I can't zoom out further, I think. Your faces, jerks.
Remain vigilant.
Adventures await.
I wonder if all this stuff goes to Angus.
I tire of waiting. March on. We should move.
Thank you for your valor, bravery. The enemy was strong, but you were stronger. And that means I made the right choice. Just as I thought, there were worthy leaders among you. I'm especially grateful to them for the courage and common sense they showed while defending the mansion. But this attack means we have even less time than I thought. Someone already knows of our plans and is acting against us. You'll begin your expedition immediately.
Okay.
Lady Aldori, please, I know who arranged this attack. The vile king of Pitax, Iroveti. What's more, I know who among us works for him. Hey, you! Show everyone the ring you're wearing.
Yeah, there was something odd about that ring.
Recognize Iroveti's seal? That's why he wasn't killed. The bandits recognized him as one of their own by this signet ring.
Diplomacy. Tatucci is trying to set me up. He's the one who gave me the ring. Knowledge. I have no connections to Pitax, but Tatucci's name, excellent clothes seems like he came straight up from there. Which of us looks more like they might be Iroveti's spy? Let's use diplomacy.
Yes. Such a gambit would be typical of Iroveti and his henchmen. And yet, it still seems suspicious. There's definitely a spy among us. But who? All I have is one word against
Tatucci or
another.
Angus McFive?
I'm afraid you're both under suspicion.
They both came to your aid, Lady Jamandi. But a liar's cunning knows no bounds. I've never met these two or their companions. For all I know, they're all conspiring spies.
How could you say that? We fought together. We literally went through fire together. And then you vanished into thin air. After you promised you'd wait.
My
True.
words might be rash.
I bet my life despises anyone this man. I saw how he dealt with those creeps with my own eyes. A true warrior. I'd go with him through hell and high water. This purple crook, on the other hand.
Very cool. I like her.
He's got the eyes of a spy. And the mouth
Very
of
nice.
a spy.
Lady Aldori, don't listen to this thick-headed barbarian. She doesn't know what she's talking about. During the attack, our leader showed his true colors. He forced us to break into the armory and rob it.
Oh, shite.
And not just that. Upon finding the guard's salaries in
Moral
the armory,
choices.
he immediately pocketed it all.
Lawful neutral. We weren't trying to take the money. We just wanted to keep it away from the bandits. Or, so what if we did? The characters weren't able to handle their responsibilities. Let's stay lawful neutral.
Considering the circumstances, that was more than reasonable.
We've performed a lawful neutral action.
That was a sound decision. Sometimes one must act at one's own risk and peril, until crossing the boundaries of what is allowed. Showing initiative is no crime.
She is quite apparently a paladin.
Well, of course, theft is not to be... However, when the fire burns around you, and you are but one step away from death, is it not insane to worry about laws and rules?
What about that trick he pulled right before we came in here? He knew very well you were fighting the enemy. Instead of rushing to help you, he dallied as long as he could, dropping everything to save people from the fire, even though the guards were handling things just fine. He was obviously hoping to show up too late and find you already dead.
We could say neutral good. People were dying right in front of me. How could I just walk by? Or neutral evil. I wouldn't have saved them without good reason. Dead soldiers are useless, but the wounded could still help. Cast defend. Okay, we go for neutral good.
Really, Tartuccio? You're seriously trying to blame someone for saving people from a fire?
May Shellen spare me from ever having to make such a choice, but he behaved decently as a true leader.
A true leader is someone who has their priorities straight, not someone who would put a valuable ally's life in danger for the sake of some servant.
Enough squabbling. I'm still not sure which of you I can trust. However, the risk of entrusting the whole affair to a spy is too great. Here's what we'll do. 2 teams will head out. That way,
nice.
I'll know at least one group can be counted on to serve my interests in the stolen lands.
Lady
Very
Aldori,
interesting.
most of those who are to set off for the stolen lands have been killed. Those who yet live will require help. Please allow me to join the expedition.
I'm sad to lose such a talented warrior. But you're right, Valerie. They have greater need of you right now. Go, and may Abadar keep you. Which of the 2 teams would you prefer to accompany?
We can open a glossary for Abadar. That's really nice. Very nicely done.
If my leader allows, I would join his team. He seems a
Nice.
worthy commander in my eyes.
Commanders, military leaders, all these laws and rules are but dust and vanity. I suppose I will accompany Tartuccio.
I wonder why I saved this arrogant idiot.
Our leader is good in battle, but like all the spiritual agonizing, I prefer those who can act without wasting time helping every little pipsqueak. Those like Tartuccio.
Ugh, Tartuccio's going to take the credit for and be done with it. Shellen, spare me from such allies. I'm going with you. You're a hero worthy of my quill.
Nice. Charlene is also known as the Eternal Rose. Goddess of art, beauty and love.
As for me, I know neither of these 2. At least not well enough. And I have no wish to become an unwitting pawn to an unworthy leader. If Lady Jamandi allows, I'll remain in Restov and help mend the wounds this attack has inflicted. But who knows? The road may bring me to the stolen lands, but not yet.
I don't even need to think. I'm coming with this man. As for you, Purple Toad, just wait
Nice.
till we meet along the way. I'll be
She's cool.
smoking your rice.
Maybe she can
Our
become the
guts
love
in the
interest.
trees.
All right, we have 2 teams. To avoid unnecessary conflict on the road, you'll each take a different route to the stolen lands. Tartuccio's team will go through Navakta's crossing. The garrison commandant will provide him all the help he needs. You will take your team to Oleg Levitin's trading post. He's been complaining about the Stag Lord's bandits for a while now. There, you'll be provided with all the necessary travel supplies.
Okay.
I'd like to believe
Okay, we
you,
gained some
but
items
I know all
as
too
well.
well how convincing traitors and spies can be. If you're truly innocent, I hope you can forgive me this precaution. While you're away, Keston will investigate the night's events and learn who in Restov is working for Patox. But you should know that it isn't just Patox we need to worry about. The royal house of Sertova may also interfere in our plans. I've managed to keep this affair a secret from them so far, but that can't last long. By my estimations, you have no more than 3 months. After
Oh,
that,
interesting.
any feats you accomplish will be pointless.
So yeah, there's a time pressure, like in Fallout 1.
And now, farewell. This battle was but the first ordeal
Or in
along your
Stalker.
path, and you overcame it as true champions of Restov. May the obstacles that follow also fall to your feet. Fear nothing, my friends, and return victorious.
Nice. Achievement unlocked. Assassinate the assassins. I'm Lindsay, the author of the book you, my dear reader, hold in your hands. I once studied at the Academy of Arts in Pitax, but I decided that a real bard doesn't belong within the
Surviving
suffocating
a
walls.
terrible night, our team set off to brave our fate. Beware, stolen lands. Heroes are on the way.
I like that my image is now in the book. That's very nice detail. This is a map of the stone lands and their vicinity. To set out, use L to pick direction. A by talking to characters. After learning about the location, you must find the way there yourself. Oh, let's move the camera first. Select the location. There's nothing we can select right now. We have level ups. But let's travel a little bit first. Go. Random encounter. I have forgot what I was supposed to take, to be honest.
We cannot be defeated.
Oh, we are being attacked by wolves. Well, by something like this.
Do it.
Rest. High time to set up a camp and rest. In camp, all characters will restore some of their lost hit points. Replenish spells. RT. Choose corresponding menu. Once everyone has gathered around the bonfire, press the Manage button to see a special camp interface. Hunting, camp camouflage, cooking, special abilities. Camp may be attacked by enemies.
This is my path.
I need a challenge.
Yeah, let's rest. Let's put the camp here. Why is it not here? Let's gather around camp. Can you just sit there now? Yes. Use 4 rations from stash. Rest until healed. Yeah, she can go hunting. Stealth is for camp camouflage. Knowledge of the world is for the hearty meals. Special roles we don't have. Perception for guards. We've got 1 guard. Use rations. Healing spells and abilities for rest. Before resting, that's good as well. Let's begin resting.
I'm looking at her and I'm wondering, how that we still alive yet? Everyone's so smart.
Nice.
And sick. Writing smart books. Fancy prayers to the gods. I only punch first and then sort it out. I guess that's why we're still alive.
This is real camp atmosphere. The hunting took 10 hours. Hunters foraged food equal to 4 rations. That's good. The main cooks the hearty meal. Camp camouflage is successful. Your chance of being attacked have been lowered. That's good. Let's continue. Let's actually take a look at leveling up first.
Make my own legend. Adventures await.
Artificial intelligence. Is there anything I can I change the artificial intelligence? No, it's active. Okay. But how can I level up RT? Okay, RT, level up. There we go. Level up. Slayer. We're going for athletics, mobility, little bit of stealth. Will be helpful for camouflaging the camp. Knowledge of the world is very needed. and perception. Well, let's actually go for persuasion. Teamwork feat. Shield wall. Precise strike. Whenever you and an ally who also has this feat are flanking the same creature, you deal additional damage. Nice. But I think I'll go for shield wall. No, I think I'll go for precision strike. I'll go more for like dealing. That's complete. Now let's do it for the other characters as well.
Don't hesitate.
She's a she's a fighter. Tower shield specialist. She definitely gets athletic. Some knowledge of the world. Some lore for nature. There we go. Bonus combat feat. She's got a weapon focus already? I'm not quite sure. And armor focus. Shield, is there like a shield focus? Endurance maybe. Shield focus. Yeah, for shield focus. Now let's take the next guy.
And
That would be
was
Lindsay.
called forth.
Yeah, it's working nicely. Okay, she can have everything apparently. She needs trickery. She gets some stealth. Use magic device. And mobility. Maybe some more stealth. And let's give her... Iron Guts. Terrain Mastery. I think I'll go for Iron Guts against poison and stuff. Choose a spell. Cause fear. Flare Burst. Hideous Laughter. This afflicts the subject with uncontrollable laughter. I think that's funny. Let's go for that. And last but not least, we've got Amiri. She's a barbarian. She gets athletics for sure, nature for hunting, perception, and let's give her mobility as well. Rage power, lethal stance, swift foot, or animal fury. Bite attack, no. Let's go for the lethal stance. The sword should be from Final Fantasy as well.
Let's go.
I like how they give you like a map and a book and background information on the character in the loading screen. I'm very pleased. So let's actually take a look. RB. That's a map. But this map is tiny. Is there a way to take a look at the journal? Hall, follow Lindsay, stolen land. Go to the trading post. We can find shelter and get fresh information about the bandits at the trading post of... Let's go there. But where's this trading post? I don't have the slightest idea. Anyway, let's move left. Is that the trading post? It is. This abandoned border fort at the southern edge of Rostland found a new life recently. Oleg and Svetlana Leviton, a couple from Rostov, built it into a trading post. This place is now one of the few hospitable shelters for travelers in the surrounding wilderness. Let's enter. It's our first proper new location. And I think we will end this Let's Try video here. It's been going on for quite some time. And I'm very pleased. It's working very well on the console. And I also like the game design as such.
On my way.
So I have to say, thumbs up for this. Save yourself, fools. In the name of the Stag Lord, the lawful authority in the Stone Lands, we demand this week's tax and some beer. And where's that pretty wife of yours, Oleg? She should serve us dinner. Quiet down, dimwit. Oleg, we're just here for the Stag Lord's tax. Hand over the money and we'll be on our way. Oleg, you want to drink some of my blood too? I'm sick of you. Alignment and dialogues, okay. You're like locusts. You think you control everything around here just because you put up that painted rag of yours. You come here, squeeze us dry and come... Oleg, a large man with a rough face, stops talking when he notices you. Ah, guests from Rostov. What's going on here? Or I could say I'm not interested in bloodshed, but I won't let you rob this man. Be on your way and I'll let you go in peace. We could just attack. My task is to clear the land of bandits. I'll start right now. Let's be neutral good. The woman smiles coldly. Alright, we'll leave, but what makes you think we won't just return with greater numbers? Why would we leave when we've got easy pickings from Rostov before us? We'll rip your guts out your guts and empty your pockets. Well, that's their choice.
We will be victorious.
She's invisible.
Strike with all your
I will go for her. And Miri is going to fight with me. Go. Really nice. I'm a bit injured. Let's see turn-based for a second. So she's got this special attack.
They go down!
And again.
Bring it!
Well, she could still move, I think. The bandit. Is there anything she can still do? I don't think so. Okay, he shot. Victories common and other advances will award your characters with experience points. I don't see anyone. Okay, real time, back to real-time combat.
You can rely on me.
This is my path.
Take that, Oleg shakes his fist. But now, he scratches his head and stares at the ground gloomily. The girl that got away, a plague on her. She's certain to complain to the Stag Lord. They came before to collect taxes. But this time they'll come to punish treason. Now what are we to do? He sighs heavily. If only I could send Svetlana somewhere safe and show those rats what's what. There's Svetlana. Duff, why are you here? I told you to stay hidden. So there's not, you know, it's no voiceover everywhere. It's all over, I saw it. I just needed to be sure you were alright. The woman looks at her husband tenderly, if with a hint of sorrow. Oleg mumbles something as he looks away embarrassed. My name is Svetlana. I'm sorry your arrival to our trading post turned out so unwelcoming. Let's get to the point. You say the bandits are going to attack again. Who are they and when will they arrive? Tell me more about yourselves. I saw someone run out of the trading post. Do you know who it was? Oleg, I'd like to see your goods. Wait for attack. I'm prepared for the attack. Get in your positions and wait. Let's say, who was that? That must have been Bok. He sells potions. He lives out in the forest like a hermit. But he comes here every day. He knows every tree and bush in the area and how they can help you. The Staglord's gang wants him to work for them. He lacks the courage to fight those bandits, but he won't just walk away from us. He has a good heart, and even if he grumbles a lot, especially recently. I'd like to see your goods. Don't know what trading will serve us. Okay, if the Bloodsuckers come back, that's true. Just want to sell some items from the shared stash. Some of the heavier stuff. Now I'd actually need to see a description. There's no description whatsoever. I need to press the right analog stick, but then it appears. Okay, nice. Oh, it says info there as well. Good. Let's get rid of the clubs. Some of the studded leather. Some of the bows. Okay, let's confirm this. This should be enough. Did he give me anything? I think he did not. I need to choose something. Like the Ring of Protection. Okay, let's close it. We've just wasted some money. Tell me more about yourselves. Okay, they don't want to discuss it. Let's wait for the attack. Fear not, I'll stand between you and this scum. You're under my protection. Amiri flexes her shoulders. Finally a fight. Was bored with all that talking. Well, these aren't the heroics I was hoping to write about, but I guess even the greatest heroes had to start somewhere. I see you're not easily cowed. I'll help you fight. I've got a box of alchemist fire we can use. We could put it by the gate, then see it off with a burning arrow when those bandits get close. And shoot the arrow myself. I used to be pretty good with a crossbow back in my day. I like the idea. Okay, Svetlana. Svetlana, go inside. You can't hunt in dungeon. Make sure you bring enough stuff, enough food. There comes the fire. Nice.
We won't falter.
Okay, somehow miraculously I've regained health. I'm almost dead. Let's pause. I need your help. Cure my wounds. It's very close range. And I'm not sure if I can change the AI, but presumably I can. Nice.
I stand ready.
I'm by your side.
Okay, your rats got what you deserved. Now they'll know better than to treat honest people like cattle. We should call Bokken out before he freezes in those bushes. Now, my lord, head on up to the guest rooms on the second floor. You deserve some rest after such a battle. And this for your efforts. Now, don't offend me trying to turn it down. Just take it. An honest fight deserves an honest reward. If that were more common practice in this world, I think life would be so much better. Yeah, fantastic. I like the game. You know, when you play it on your own, you read everything and, you know, do some more micromanagement stuff with the fights as well. But other than that, I am very, very pleased with how this game works. Thanks a lot for watching. Until then, bye for now.